Konnichiwa, senpai!
I am here today.
Konnichiwa, senpai!
Wow, that is cringe. Oh, that's cringe. That is cringe. Why are you fuzzy? I don't understand. You're crystal clear on my end. But you come out so fuzzy, and I don't know why. Because you're maxed out. I know that for sure. Video, blah, 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 blah. I don't know why you're coming out fuzzy. You were like this in the past. So why are you doing this now? Why? Well, I suppose that's life. Oh, name at bottom. There we go. Ooh, excuse me. My my Streamlabs reset itself, which was great. What happens if I turn you off? Let's see. I mean, I guess it's not terrible, but gosh dang, I'm not sure what's causing that. And I don't know how to fix it. Wah, wah. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, hum, hum. But I really want to play with my cute kitty cat avatar that I spent so long in creating. And I love to use. I love using it. But if you guys can't see the game, maybe it's something I have set up in. 1 second. I'm going into VTube to see what I got. Let's see. Language, remove watermark on, transparent background on, people, blah, blah, blah. Sensory device. Yeah, we're using that device. PC audio, got that. Graphics quality, let's crank it to ultra, I suppose. 90. Can't go any higher than 1920 by 1080. Got my driver installed. And back here with the Krispy Kremes. Cranking it to ultra. Do anything for it. Oh, it killed the stream. Okay. That's what it did. I suppose that's a little better. Well, we'll roll with it for now. I'll have to troubleshoot that later. For now, we must date because it is almost Valentine's Day, and I, like many other prime females in this world, do not have dates. It's probably because it's probably because of who I am as a person. Either that or men are dumb. So we're going to date girls instead. Specifically magical girls. I don't know if they're of age. We'll see. Oh, a gallery. I'm sure this will be a very wholesome experience for all. Ooh, loading memory module. Welcome. Before we begin, We need to find out more about you. Please answer the following questions truthfully. Question 1. What do you like? Oh, they're gonna make me choose. Oh, select your appearance. Pretty girl. I see. So you look like this. Yeah, very good. We shall continue. Question 2. What is your name? Excuse me, no, it is not Yuki. It is Boopaloop. Boopaloop, boop. I see. So your name is Boop-a-Loop. Yeah, it is. I need to confirm all the answers you've given me. Your name is Boopaloop, and you look like this. That's what I'm going with. Very well. Thank you for providing this information. You may begin. Hooray! I like beginning. If anything happens to these magical girls that I'm sure I'm going to fall in love with, I will create a riot. Today is a wondrous day. It's a day I've dreamt about for nearly... excuse me. Hey, are you guys seeing the game? Okay. Listen. Are we back? Did we get it? Okay. Technology. It either works or it just wants to kill you. There is no in between. Okay. All the blood, sweat, and tears I've shed these past months have led me to this very point in time. This perfect moment, this very point of my entire existence. I now hold all my possession, the Holy Grail, in my possession, the Holy Grail, an object of such great value and importance, it would spell disaster if it fell into the wrong hands. It rests heavily in my palm, seeming to pulsate with life, an inconspicuous brown paper bag covering it to mask its holy aura. As I gaze upon the most sacred of objects, I make a solemn vow to myself. I promise to guard this object till the day I die. For now, it's time to view the object's full, magnificent splendor. I unwrap the brown paper bag and am nearly blinded by the light emanating from within. Oh, she cute! Finally, I now hold the uncovered object in its radiant glory. It's the limited edition special version of volume 35 of my all-time favorite magical girl manga series. Good God, this main character's me. Yes, finally, I waited for 3 months after this volume was announced for today. The release date, only 3 months? Weak. I find myself shedding a single tear of joy as I bask in the beauty of the limited edition cover with only 100 of these printed. Okay, that is impressive. I am truly one of the luckiest people alive. I've been following this series since I was I was just an impudent child. I have grown alongside it, chanting the heroine's name in my sleep night after night. And now the very last volume has arrived. Oh my gosh, you guys aren't seeing this either? Ah! The heck, man? Okay. And now the very last volume has arrived. Years of worship have guided me here today. The series is complete. I'll return home and read this most valued tome and achieve true nirvana. Okay, so we're gonna... Boop. No. When did my thing get reset? Okay, share screen. Allow. Okay. Now let's try. Oh, thanks, computer. Reading this series over the years has been an uphill battle. My friends often mocked me for following a children's manga series, but they just didn't see the beauty of it. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Something was going wonky. We got it fixed. Now, let's get this date on. It's fine. You didn't miss anything visually impressing. Okay. They couldn't... Okay, computer. I need to see the screen to read it, please. They couldn't possibly fathom the rich, intricate history of the world, the heroine's ambitions and motives, the ever-present darkness threatening to engulf the world. If they truly wanted to believe this is a children's manga, that's their right, but I won't be swayed by their narrow-minded opinions. I feel myself trembling in anticipation as my fingers reach forward to open the cover. No, I must be patient. I need to return home first, before I dive into this adventure. I just can't keep my eyes off the beautiful cover. This walk home will truly be a test of my inner strength and willpower. I should power walk towards my house. The quicker I get home, the quicker I can begin reading. Excellent idea. The journey speeds along at a rapid pace. I don't even have to take my eyes off the manga. I know this route so well. Just a few more blocks to go. Ah! My bad. I feel like I've wasted most of spring lazing away with nothing to do. I can't even remember the majority of it. The days just passed like a blur, every day the same at last. At the very least, Hikari came to visit me some days. At least, I think she did. I don't remember if she ever stayed long or we talked much. Still, it was a nice thing for her to do. This week has been unusually hot for the season. I think the heat has been scrambling my brains like eggs on a frying pan. I've been finding it so hard to focus lately, to concentrate on anything at all. I know I should perk up a little, try and get some things done before the season ends. But then again, it's just so easy to lay here on the grass without a care in the world. I wonder how much longer I can go on like this. Everything changed on that fateful day 2 years ago. The day I picked up the final volume of my favorite magical girl manga series. Oh, that sucks. I read it cover to cover, and when I finished, reality began to sink in. The story was over. That's why you turn to fan fiction, my dear. The story I had been following for nearly my entire life was just finished. Since that day, I felt so very, very lost. My appetite disappeared. I stopped hanging out with friends. I dropped all my hobbies. Okay, that's a little extreme. The days went by in a haze, and looking back, I can't remember a single moment with any kind of clarity. It's sad, but that's the truth of it. I can try and blame the recent heat as much as I want, but really, I've been feeling like this for a few seasons now. I need to pick myself up again. If I don't get a grip, I'm going to throw away my entire future. I need to get my head back in the game. I need to pull together before tomorrow. Tomorrow, the first day at my new school. It's kind of hard to believe. Even though I graduated high school, someone decided for me that my studies should continue. I assume it was someone was Hikari. She's always meddling in my business. I suppose that's her way of looking after me. That's a good friend, honestly. Before I knew it, I was enrolled in a new academy, without so much as my nod of approval. Classes start tomorrow, whether I'm ready or not. As for the academy itself, I can't say I know much about it. There was a brochure in my letterbox at one point, but that promptly fell into the recycling can. I remember it had a lot of smiling faces on it, probably just typical propaganda. I don't even know what kind of classes I'll be attending. It could be anything considering Hikari's eclectic tastes. She's probably signed me up for a cooking class, or horseback riding, or advanced basket weaving, who knows. Once again, great friend! I'm beginning to doze off in this warm afternoon sun. Just before my awareness slips away completely, a shadow falls across my face. Huh? Someone is suddenly standing over me. I squint trying to make out their features. It's time to wake up now, Boobaloo. I don't know who the character is.
Okay, let's go with this one. Hikari Sato. What are you lying around here for? It's far too hot. You're gonna cook.
I shoot that girl a dirty look, as if accusing her of interrupting my rest. It takes me another couple of seconds to recognize the girl. Blame my foggy mind. Oh, it's you, Hikari.
Geez, is that what passes for a greeting these days?
Sorry, I was just lost in thought.
Well, it's my fault for expecting you to treat me with a little respect.
I said I'm sorry.
Fine.
This intrusive girl is none other than Hikari, one of my oldest friends. She's kind of cute in her own way, I guess. You guess? She's adorbs! I've known her for such a long time that I can't imagine her as anything other than just a friend. Though I wonder if she feels the same way about me. Hikari is the kind of girl that shoots first and asks questions later, but that's probably due to her being overprotective rather than assertive. It's the reason I assume she's the one who enrolled me at the new academy. I don't know anyone else who cares about my future like she does. That's a good friend! When we were younger, she had a habit of following me around everywhere, kind of like a little sister. As we grew older, this habit evolved into meddling in my business and stealing my lunch every day. Okay. It probably sounded like I'm complaining, but I'm honestly not. Hikari's a great person, and I'm truly lucky to have a friend like her. I just don't really understand what she sees in me, or what she gets out of our relationship.
Anyway, what are you doing out here? Do you have any idea how long it took me to find you?
I'm just relaxing. What's the big deal?
Relaxing? You don't do anything but relax. You're aware we're starting school tomorrow, right?
Yep, painfully aware. Wait, you said we're as in we? You're attending class with me, Hikari?
Oh, give me a break. I've explained this to you at least 6.5 times. I swear.
Oh, my computer went out. Come back. There we go.
Talking to you is like talking to a brick wall. Except the brick wall is better looking than you are.
Oh! Savage. Somebody get some salt for that wound. Hey, Hey, I object to that.
Look, we're going to the academy together, and that's final. You don't have a say in the matter, okay?
Okay, please don't hurt me.
I wouldn't dream of hurting you. I have a question though. What kind of classes are we taking?
A thoughtful expression crosses Hikari's face. I can tell she's making up her mind on whether to scold me or give me a proper answer.
Well, if you read the guide I left at your house,
Here we go.
you'd already know that we'll be taking basic first year classes. Nothing too difficult, I'd imagine. They know you're a noob, so you shouldn't have any problems.
Somehow being called a noob hurts more. Why are you being so flickery today? Hurts more than anything else Hikari could have come up with. Aren't you a noob as well, Hikari? She looks taken aback, almost as offended as I got just seconds ago.
Oh, well, no, I'm not new to this. You know I've been practicing for years.
Practicing? What's she talking about? I'm confused. What have you been practicing? A frown crosses Hikari's face. I know this expression well. It's her, I'm so tired of your clueless ass face. I'm so tired of your clueless ass face.
I've been practicing to become a fully fledged magical girl, of course.
Her words hit me like a truck. Did she just say magical girl? Somehow the stupor I've been living in for endless months shatters in an instant. I feel like my eyes have opened for the first time in a long time. I see Hikari's smiling face beaming at me, as if she's so proud of what she just said. Of course I remember that Hikari is training to become a magical girl. How could I let such a magnificent fact elude me for so long? I've known as much for years. So, if I put two and two together, I'd say the academy we're attending from tomorrow is a school for magical girls. But why am I going? I have no magical talent whatsoever.
Gee, you look like you just took an ice-cold shower, Boobaloo. Is everything okay?
I think about her question for a moment. I do feel more alert now. It's a familiar feeling. It's almost the way I felt before, back when my favorite manga series finished. The truth is, magical girls are very, very real. The whole time I had my head buried in manga, real-life magical girls existed all around me. I think I was just too nervous to ever go out and meet them. Except for Hikari. I knew before she ever awakened to her powers. I can't quite explain why I've let my mind stay so foggy these last few years, but maybe now with school starting tomorrow, I can begin to work towards becoming a functioning human being again. Hey girl, that's the bottom line. Gonna be real, bottom line. Functional human being. Where is my avatar? Oh, 1 second, guys. Bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. I just realized that my little Chibi-G is missing, which is great. And why are you missing? Design. Logo, overlay. Oh, and I bet you don't remember. Fine, we'll go back. I give Hikari a slight smile. Hikari, why am I going to a school for magical girls? Hikari shuffles on the spot. She seems hesitant to tell me.
The truth is...
Oh, a tiny Hikari. Oh, not so tiny Hikari.
About a month ago, you and I were having dinner, and all of a sudden your powers awoke.
What?
I noticed it immediately, but you seemed like your old oblivious self and barely paid attention to what happened.
So, what happened?
Like I said, we were having dinner together. I accidentally knocked a glass of water off the table. It was going to shatter on my bare feet, and I screamed, afraid of cutting myself on the glass. It happened so quickly I couldn't move away in time. And you kind of just glanced at the glass and stopped. It stopped. Midair, frozen in time. I mean, literally, frozen in time. Ice and all.
I don't believe you. I would remember something like that.
You just shrugged and continued eating. I think at the time you just believed I had made the glass freeze in place. After all, you've known about my magical powers for a long time. I awoke to my powers when I was 13, maybe 14. I don't quite remember, but still. I have a very specific set of powers, and don't forget, I am untrained. There's no way I could freeze something in time. So after that night, I replayed the event back in my mind over and over. The only explanation is that you froze the glass.
And there goes my visual. Come back! Why are you so flickery today?
You suddenly awoke to your own powers and saved me from getting cut on broken glass. So
what you're saying is I'm a hero?
Not quite, Boopaloop. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I never enrolled us to attend the academy, where we were both sent letters from the association. They can detect who has magical powers and who doesn't, you know. They keep a record of everyone.
Oh, that's comforting.
According to the association, once magical girls reach 18 years, it's the law for them to attend the academy. The letters basically demand we attend the academy, effective immediately. Because you awaken to your powers right on the age of 18, you get the joy of going back to school!
Hooray! Am I paying for it? Do you know how bad student loans are?
Regardless, we both start class tomorrow. We'll both be in training to become a magical girl.
All of this information is swirling around my head like a tornado. I feel simultaneously excited and exhausted. I don't really have magical powers. Can I actually freeze things in time? I can't think of any other situation where I've done such a thing, and I have no clue how to make it happen again. Well, I suppose that's the point of the academy. They should train me to reach my full potential, right? I guess attending class with Hikari won't be so bad. Maybe I'll make some new friends, too.
What do you say we get out of here? We can grab some dinner to celebrate your last night of freedom.
Sounds good to me. You're paying, though.
I'm not, you big lug. You can pay for both of us.
Hey, dinner was your idea, not mine. Why should I pay?
You're just as hopeless as always. How did I get dragged into going back to school with you?
You love it.
Let's see how many classes we can make it through before I strangle you out of frustration.
Oh, she got a dark side. Good for her. Monday. Bzz, 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 bzz. Shut up. Bzz, 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 bzz. Please, for the love of all that is holy, shut up. I begrudgingly open my eyes and am greeted by the sight of my alarm clock having a seizure on the floor. That's a good place for it to buzz buzz. The glowing red numbers taunt my blurry vision by fading in and out at full speed. I groan and rub my eyes, trying to clear my vision. Finally, I can make out the numbers on the clock clearly. 8:02 a.m. I yawn. Thankfully, it's still early. I've got nothing to do today except eat leftovers, so why did I set my alarm for such an early time? 8:03 a.m. I smack my lips at the thought of the cold Chinese takeout waiting for me in the refrigerator. Oh, that sounds good. 8:04 a.m. I stifle a yawn. Some distant thought was tugging at the back of my mind. Have I forgotten something important about today? Did I have something more serious to do than eat leftovers? 8:05 a.m. Nah, impossible. There's nothing important going on in my life right now. Maybe Hikari said she'll visit today or something small like that. 8:06 a.m. Oh yeah, something is coming back to me. School. Am I supposed to go to school today? 8:07 a.m. I feel like a bucket of cold water has just been splashed over my head. Suddenly wide awake, I realize I've completely forgotten that today is my first day at the academy. Everything is coming back to me now, including the fact that Hikari told me first year orientation starts at 8:30 sharp. Sharp! 8:08 a.m. I can't be late for my first day at the academy. What will Hikari think of me? More importantly, what will the cute magical girls I've never met think of me? I leap out of bed like a frog launching from my lily pad. I immediately regret this decision as I'm still tangled up in my blankets. They drag me down to the floor. I narrowly avoid hitting my head, which might have helped me, honestly. I thank my lucky stars that I didn't get hurt. Before frantically scrambling to my feet, I dash out of my room and into the kitchen. Oh, that's a nice house. I open the fridge and am greeted by the wafting aroma of cold, sweet, and sour pork leftovers. I grab the container unceremoniously and launch it across the kitchen, cheering when it lands in the open microwave. Ayo! I feel that on a personal level. I dash to the microwave and mash the keypad blindly. The light flickers to life, and the machine starts up with a sputter and a hum. While my excellent choice of breakfast is being cooked to perfection, I decide to get dressed. When I reach my closet, I come to the sinking realization that I don't have an academy uniform yet. I heave open the door with a sigh, only to be greeted by the sight of an unfamiliar dry cleaning bag on a coat hanger. With a confused frown, I pull the bag down and find a note written on the front in cute handwriting. I went to the trouble of picking up your new uniform for you. You owe me one, Hikari. Oh, that Hikari. She thinks of everything. I tear into the dry cleaning bag and pull out the brand new uniform. I'm in the middle of climbing into my new threads just as an angry cacophony of beeps and boops calls me from the kitchen. Breakfast is ready. I finish donning my amazing new outfit and rocket into the kitchen to throw food into my gullet. My breakfast is demolished in a new personal record of 12.74 seconds, and then I'm out the door in a flash. I hardly even know where I'm going, but I recall Hikari saying the academy is a walking distance from my home. It's not hard to find a map on my phone, so I load it up and begin my hurried walk. A little time passes, it's 8:24. Can I make it in time? The map on my phone tells me I'll arrive in 8 minutes. I'll be a little late, but a couple of minutes never hurt anyone, right? I wonder if Hikari will be there to greet me at the school gate. It would be nice to see a familiar face after this whirlwind of a morning. My power walk evolves into a jog when I see the school gates looming in the distance. I can't believe it. I'm actually going to make it. There's a few other straggling students making their way into the school. They're all wearing the academy uniform, including the signature pastel yellow vest. I notice the other students are female. I suppose it's not too surprising. This is a school for magical girls, after all. Still, it's the first time I'm witnessing such a thing. I finally reach the school gates. When I peer beyond them, I can see the other students entering what looks like to be the school hall. I suppose that's where orientation is being held. I glance around to see if Hikari is here. No luck, though. Maybe she's waiting for me inside the hall.
I break into a run toward the school hall, sprinting as fast as my unfit legs can carry me. I weave in and around the other students, also making a mad dash forward. Oh no, come back. I'm nearly there. I can almost taste my fashionably late entrance. My foot snags on another student's shoe. Guess I wasn't quick enough to get out of their way. I don't even have time to let out a gasp as I fall flat on my face on the pavement. I was so close. I nearly made it. Now I'm just lying on the ground, face down, like an idiot. A little squeal erupts from in front of me. My first thought is maybe I squished some small cute animal when I fell, like a kitten, or a squirrel that can squeal. I push myself off the ground and am greeted by an unexpected sight. Oh, what are you gonna sound like?
You, Akiyama. Oh.
A cute girl wearing glasses has fallen on the ground in front of me. She looks to be about my age, so I assume she's a first-year student as well. She's trying and failing to cover up her panties, which I believe the entire world can now see.
Don't look.
I bashfully turn my head away for at least a second. Then I turn back to her.
Stop looking.
I'm sorry, I think I knocked you over.
No, I think it was my fault. I was in a rush and wasn't looking where I was going.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay.
The girl is still trying to adjust her skirt so she can rescue her dignity.
Are we really late for orientation?
Yeah, I think so.
That's terrible. I promised myself I would make it on time. I can't believe I slept in. I'm a stupid, stupid girl.
Hey now, don't beat yourself up. I slept in too.
You don't understand. I only slept in because I went to bed at 3 a.m., even though I promised myself I wouldn't stay up so late.
The girl sure seems interesting. Wonder what could have caused her to stay up so late. The day before school starts? Why were you up till 3 a.m.?
That's too embarrassing to answer.
Come on now, you can tell me. It's not like we're strangers. I mean, I've seen your...
Don't say it.
Oops.
Fine, I'll tell you. Why I was up so late. I was watching films.
Films? Huh, I wonder what kind of films.
It's not my fault. I have trouble going to bed after watching horror movies. I start to see shadows lurking in every corner, and I get scared to even try to sleep. I don't expect someone like you to know what it's like. To become so engrossed in a tale of the macabre that all the hairs on your body stand to end, to be frightened senseless at the slightest strange sound from within your own home. Until you've experienced the kind of paralyzing terror, you'll never understand the joy of cult horror films.
The girl is breathing heavily, obviously exhausted from her passionate outburst. I think she may have a screw loose. Oh, you're one to talk.
You haven't lived until you've seen a film that makes your toes curl, chills your bones, and gives you goosebumps all at the same time.
I'll take your word for it. So this girl likes to scare herself senseless and then wonders why she can't get to sleep at a decent hour. Hey, look, I'm on my phone, so I can't judge her. So, you still haven't covered up your, you know. The girl squeals again in embarrassment. I feel sorry for her. I'd feel sorry for her if the view wasn't in my favor.
Stop looking.
Sorry.
Why am I cursed with such bad luck? How can something so embarrassing happen on the very first day of school?
I just have that natural ability to do that to people.
I suppose I understand why she's so distressed. Maybe I should say something to calm her down. By the way, what's your name?
My name?
Yeah, is that an unusual question?
No, I suppose not. My name is Yui Akiyama. Pleased to meet you, I guess.
It's nice to meet you, Yui. My name is Boobaloo. I get to my feet and dust myself off. I reach a hand out to Yui. Here, I'll help you up. I swear that Yui blushes for a second before grabbing my hand. Her fingers are so soft and delicate, warm. She grips my hand ever so lightly, and I manage to lift her to her feet.
Thank you. I'm sorry. We had to meet under such distressing circumstances.
Don't sweat it. I'm just happy to have met you at all. The soft red blush returns to her cheeks, and she looks away shyly.
We should go.
Yeah. Without another word, Yui takes the lead and walks in front of me. I follow behind her, obediently. Woof. We make our way to the entrance of the school hall. The big wooden doors are closed, barring our way forward. Yui tries pulling the handle. The door is stuck fast. She frowns, then changes tactics, pushing the door instead. That is a smart move. I approve of that move. Still no luck. The door is securely locked.
Do they really lock out latecomers?
I guess so.
Oh no. Are we going to be punished for missing orientation? I don't think I can handle detention.
Calm down. I'm sure we're not going to be punished. We'll just have to wait here until orientation ends, I suppose. I give Yui a hug. If we wait around for the students to leave the hall, we'll surely run into Hikari. Hikari will know what to do. She always does. In the meantime, why don't we get to know each other? Yui doesn't say anything. A downtrodden expression has etched itself onto her features. She leans against the wall and lets out a sigh. So do you know any magic? Either she doesn't hear me or she's choosing to ignore me now. Her eyes are closed as though trying to block out the world around her. Well, not much I can do, I suppose. I slump down and sit on the ground. I have no idea how long orientation goes for, or how long we'll be waiting around here. A bell rings. Finally, orientation is finished. The door of the school hall swings wide open, and a flood of students leak out of the building. There must be hundreds of girls all scurrying forward. As they exit the hall, they split into different directions, surely heading towards their first classes for the day. If only I knew what my classes were. I could head towards mine where I'm supposed to go. But I have no clue what I'm doing here. I need to find Hikari. I stand to the side as the students tumble out of the hall. I lose sight of Yui on the other side of the crowd. Oh well, she stopped talking to me anyway. Not my fault. Hello, phone. I am in the middle of something. I am turning you all the way down. There we go. I desperately try to catch a glimpse of Hikari's familiar face in the crowd. It doesn't help that she's shorter than most of the other students, so she'll likely be lost in the group. I suddenly feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around. Oh good, you heard me yelling.
You idiot! How could you miss orientation? I was waiting inside the hall for you, and then they locked the doors. I had to sit by myself.
Hikari, I'm sorry.
I don't want to hear it. You let me down, Boopaloop. You're going to make this up to me. I will. I'm really sorry. What happened anyway? Did you sleep in?
Well, yeah, I did, but I actually got here at a decent time. The problem is I knocked over another girl and we got caught up talking.
Another girl?
Yeah, actually. Because the crowd had thinned out, I can see Yui standing awkwardly by the doors. What was that girl over there? It was that girl over there. Hikari looks toward Yui, standing all alone.
I see. Is she a first year as well? She looks lost.
Yeah, I think so. Since we got locked outside, we weren't sure what to do or where to go. I was kind of hoping you could help us out, Hikari. Hikari almost looks sad for just a moment, but then a bright smile flashes across her face.
I'm always happy to help. Now, the orientation is over. We have to go to our homeroom and meet our teacher. I can lead the way.
Hikari begins to skip away. I grab Yui's attention with a wave and beckon her towards us.
Oh, what is it?
We can go to homeroom and meet our teacher now. Do you want to follow us?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
With that, the three of us make our way to the classroom. Sorry, need a drink of water quick. Gotta keep them vocal cords moist. The classroom is noisy. There must be 30 students packed in here, chanting away and waiting for a teacher to arrive. Hikari managed to find seats for myself and Yui, all lined up next to each other. Not a bad arrangement, if I do say so myself. I glanced around the room. It all feels very familiar, just like a high school all over again. The students are even in cliques, and it's only the first day. There's a group of sporty-looking girls in the back of the class. One of them is bouncing a basketball for some reason. I don't know why she brought that to the academy. Maybe just to reinforce her clique stereotype? At the front of the class are the bookworms. They're shy, speaking only in whispers, and glancing nervously at the other students. Dudes, same. Hanging out by the classroom doors are the rebellious girls. A few of them have streaks of neon color dyed into their hair. Hot. I want those girls. Their uniforms are untidy and a few have cuts off their sleeves. Good. Yes. And here, in the middle of the class, are Hikari, Yui, and myself. Hikari and I go way back, of course, and I've just met Yui. As for Hikari and Yui's relationship, I don't think they've spoken a single word to each other. Will they become friends? Time will tell. Maybe they'll become more than friends. The clamor of voices quiets down as the classroom door opens and a woman enters. She makes her way to the front of the class, offers a smile, and begins her speech. Good morning, class. I'm your homeroom teacher, Miss Otsuka, but you can call me by my first name, Satomi. Ah, come back. Why? You'll find that I'm a very informal teacher, unlike any teacher you've had during your school years, I'm sure. It is my hope that we become friends during your first year here at the academy. I hope that we can build a relationship that carries a long time after you graduate. This new teacher, Satomi, seems really nice. I can't really pick out just one defining feature of this new teacher. No, I'd have to pick two. She has two very large, very defining features. On a less shallow note, I guess she has an inviting smile. Overall, she's definitely not bad for an older woman. Girl, she's no older than like 35, maybe. She seems to have captured the class's attention. Even the rebellious girls have taken a seat to show their respect. I'm sure you all have a million questions burning in your brains, especially after orientation. Rest assured, I'm here to help every one of you achieve your goals and get good grades during the year. As your homeroom teacher, I'll offer you support and guidance. If you need assistance with any of your subjects, you can always come to me. Satomi claps her hands together and beams. Now then, Oh, wait, no. She's Satomi. Ikari is high voice. Now then, with all of that out of the way, as she takes a step forward, her elbows knock a stack of papers off her desk. Important looking documents scatter all over the floor. Dude, same. The class gasps, then falls silent, watching to see how she reacts to the mess she just made. Oops. Satomi's face turns bright red, and she bends down to pick up some of the papers. She lowers herself, and a loud thud echoes through the classroom. Oh, as her head slams into the corner of the desk. Oh, ouchie. The class gasps once more, then silence. Oh, ouch. Oh. I hear a silent giggle from Yui seated next to me. She obviously thinks this affair is pretty funny. A few girls rush to the front of the class to help the teacher pick up her papers. When Satomi stands up, I can make out a faint purple outline of a bruise forming on her forehead. After 2 clumsy failures, Satomi hasn't exactly managed to maintain her composure. She's glowing red as a bead, and embarrassed sweat trickles down her face. Class, if you could all just ignore that little spectacle, I would be greatly appreciated. A few students giggle quietly. Satomi does her best to continue with her speech. Somehow she hasn't entirely lost the class's respect, which is admirable. Okay, class. Where was I? Oh, yes. For our first piece of business today, I'll be covering the subjects you'll be learning this year. Let's begin. Oh, 1 second. I gotta mute. I will be back. Give me 30 seconds. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. My mom forgot her wallet this morning, and she needs to go get her driver's license renewed today. So, back to the tasks at hand. There are 3 core subjects you must all attend in order to progress at the academy. The subjects here are magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. Any other subject you choose to undertake at the academy are optional, but will provide credits toward your overall degree. In magical history class, you'll learn all about the origins of the magical girls and that have been commonplace in our world. You'll discover how they came into being and their importance in modern society. In practical magic class, you'll undertake rigorous magical training. To hone your minds and bodies, you'll learn spells and the abilities that are essential for a magical girl to undertake her duties. Finally, in alchemy class, you'll become familiar with the art of crafting magical items, from magical swords and staves to potions and portals. This is where your creativity will be put to the test. This is all sounding pretty cool. I had no idea there was so much involved with becoming a magical girl. I hear the hurried scratching of pens on papers and look to my left. Hikari is scribbling notes frantically, her tongue sticking out to the side of her mouth as she concentrates. To my right, Yui is also taking notes, though she decorated the page of her notebook with doodles of a wicked witch stirring a cauldron. 10 out of 10.
Your time here at the Academy will be one of the most memorable experiences of your life. In fact, when you look back on these days, you may think it was just a dream.
It better not be.
That's how pleasant your days here will be. With that said, don't think you can just slack off. In order to graduate, you will need to put in a lot of hard work. Don't expect to excel in every class. All students are different, and you may find that what comes naturally to you is very difficult for somebody else. It's important to not let your class and studying time dominate your life. Socialize, make friends. Take the time to relax once in a while. I highly recommend joining a club. When you get the chance, we host a variety of fan clubs that you can attend in your free time. Take part in activities and meet new people. Finally, to wrap up my little speech, I need to tell you what to expect at exam time. The Academy runs exams twice during the year. You can expect an exam each semester. The key attributes we assess are magic, alchemy, perception, and expertise. It's important to focus on raising these attributes during your study time. You can improve your attributes with theory or practice. There's no wrong way to go. Reading books, taking time to study, practicing spells, or performing alchemy, all these activities will help you to improve your attributes. You may find the other activities outside of school also help you. Be sure to explore and find out what works best for you. If your key attributes are high enough come exam time, you will no doubt perform very well. So as long as you work hard to improve yourself, you will have no need to worry or stress. Should you fail your exams, well, let's not go into that today, okay? I'm sure you will all succeed with flying colors. Satomi smiles wildly at the class. Everyone seems to be in a good mood after hearing her passionate speech.
Very long-winded, passionate speech. Come back. I just want to drink my water.
I run through the subjects she talked about in my head. Magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. They all sound fairly interesting. I get the feeling I'll enjoy practical magic the most. After all, isn't that about casting spells and seeing real magic happen before your eyes? Satomi wraps up her little speech with a few heartfelt quotes from some famous magical girls, or something along those lines. I started getting hungry, so I began to zone out.
Dude, same.
Before I know it, I'm being shuffled out of the classroom by Hikari. All the other students are leaving too. Yui is following behind. Hikari pulls me aside in the corridor. So, Boopaloop, what did you think? Everything sounds so exciting, right?
Yeah, I actually think I'll enjoy my time here.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I have a feeling we'll have most of our classes together, so we can always help each other out with our studies. I notice Yui's standing off to the side of the corridor. She's glancing at her phone absent-mindedly. I get the feeling she's not one to make friends easily, and she doesn't seem to know anyone at this school. Maybe I should make an effort and invite her to hang out with Hikari and myself. I'm super excited about Magical Girl History class. I want to learn about all the famous magical girls from history, like Jeanne d'Arc and Cleopatra. I let Hikari trail off as I wander over to Yui. Hey. Yui looks up from her phone, somewhat taken aback. I wasn't waiting around for you or anything like that. I just don't know anyone here. It's okay, don't sweat it. I'm sorry about running into you, this morning. Yui almost gives me a smile.
It's okay. I'm glad I met at least one new person today.
Me too. If you don't mind, you're more than welcome to hang out with myself and Hikari.
Thank you. I'd like that. I'll feel more comfortable having a few friends around.
Hikari stomps over in a huff.
Boopaloop, I was in the middle of talking to you. If you just walk away, who taught you to be so rude? It certainly wasn't me.
Sorry, Hikari. I figured I should probably introduce you since we'll be taking classes together. Hikari, this is Yui. And Yui, this is my little friend, Hikari.
Your little friend? Is that all I am to you? We've known each other for how many years now? And the amount of disrespect from you is incredible.
Whoa, I'm sorry, Hikari, I'm sorry. Yui, Hikari is my childhood friend. We've known each other forever.
It's nice to meet you, Hikari.
Nice to meet you too.
Since we're all new here, we should all be friends. It will make school more fun, right?
Yeah.
That sounds good, Boobaloo.
Yui then does something I didn't expect. She bows formally to Hikari.
Hikari, I hope we can be good friends. Please take care of me.
Taken aback by her formality and politeness, even Hikari has a shocked look on her face, and she can only offer a stuttering reply.
Thank you. I hope we can be good friends.
Yui offers Hikari a warm smile, then blushes a little and goes back to burying her face in her phone. Guess she got embarrassed.
Hey, who wants to get something to eat? Boopaloop is paying today.
Hey! Hikari and Yui chuckle at my expense before dragging me out to lunch. After we stuffed our faces with food, the three of us returned to class. The rest of the afternoon was filled with a tour of the school grounds and an introduction to optional subjects we could enroll in. All in all, it was a pretty full day, even though our actual core classes haven't begun yet. The teachers wrapped up the day around 3 p.m., telling us to go on our merry way and get some rest for tomorrow. Hikari offered to walk home with me, so we said goodbye to Yui, who was heading in the opposite direction. Before long, Hikari and I found ourselves out front of my place.
So, all in all, what did you think of your first day?
I'm liking it so far, even though we haven't started learning any magic yet.
Yes, well, from tomorrow on, it's classes as normal, so you better be prepared. I don't want to catch you slacking off and letting your grades drop.
Don't worry, I'll do my best.
Thanks. By the way, what do you think of Yui?
Oh, there's options. Oh. Hikari blushes a deep crimson.
What are you even talking about, Boobaloo? You're so silly sometimes.
Hikari's affection has increased by 2. Oh yeah, I'm on a roll.
But Yui seems to live in her own world. With people like Yui, you never know what they're thinking. It might be best to be careful around her.
I give Hikari a nod, though I'm not too worried. I've seen a side of Yui that Hikari hasn't seen, even if the side is just underwear at the very least. I know Yui can let her guard down.
Anyway, I think I should have an early night. We need to be up bright and early tomorrow. I don't want a repeat performance of you being late.
Roger that. I'll set my alarm extra early.
Make sure you do.
Hikari beams her familiar smile, then skips away.
See you in class tomorrow, classmate.
I wave sheepishly as Hikari goes on her way. I should head inside too and rest up. After all, tomorrow is another school day. What? All right, transition water time. For some reason, I'm much more energetic this morning. Maybe it's because I have a clear idea of what's in store for today, and I had a pretty good day yesterday. I woke up on time, brushed my teeth, and even took a shower. Silky clean. After putting on my brand new academy uniform, my phone beep-booped a nice tune to let me know about an incoming text message. I check the screen and my eyes are assaulted by a hailstorm of animated emojis.
Good morning, sleepyhead. Mom had to leave early for work today. I don't want to eat breakfast alone. Can I come and have breakfast with you? Yes, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. This is from Hikari. She always texts me like this. I heave a sigh and send her a one-letter reply. No. Before I can even put my phone down, a reply pops up on the screen.
Mimi, be nice to me.
Classic Hikari. A second reply follows.
By the way, I'm outside.
Seriously? If I didn't know her so well, I'd swear this girl has issues with boundaries. I head towards the front door and open it up. I'm greeted by a gentle breeze. The fresh spring air is crisp this morning and feels nice on my skin. Hikari is standing there, glaring at her phone. A single cherry blossom petal is stuck in her hair.
Can't believe you don't want me over for breakfast. Next time I won't ask. I'll just show up.
That's pretty much the same as right now.
Shh, I don't want to hear it. Now, move out of the way. I'm making us pancakes.
Oh, she's making the food. Well, okay then. I cannot argue with that. Well, I can't complain about that. Hikari's pretty good at making pancakes. Even if she just uses the pre-made mix from the store. Listen, there's no difference. You can make them homemade. You can use a box. They taste pretty much the same, mostly. Hikari heads into the kitchen and starts humming as she prepares breakfast. I decide to sit down at the table and just wait for Hikari to expend her energy. It doesn't take her too long to finish cooking. When she's done, she brings 2 plates of delicious-smelling pancakes to the table. Oh, and now I want pancakes.
Ta-da! Pancakes a la Hikari, my family's secret recipe.
You brought the pre-made mix from the store, didn't you?
Yes, but I added sugar. Sugar. It's a secret ingredient.
Well, now it's not so secret. I poke my tongue out at her and dig in. Sure enough, the pancakes are good, nice and fluffy. Somehow, all the instant food Hikari makes tastes way better than when I make it myself. Maybe she adds sugar to everything, even instant noodles. Hikari has a mouthful of food when she decides to tell me one of her trademark weird stories.
I had a dream about you last night. We were together, walking through a dark and eerie forest. I was so scared, but you were so brave. Or stupid. I told you that no one could hurt me as long as you were around. So, that made me feel better, until we ran into an evil witch. The witch said, "Eat this cauldron of boiled mushrooms, or I'll place a wicked curse on you." You refused to eat the disgusting concoction, so the witch pulled out her wand and pointed it at you. Zap, boom, tazam! You transformed into a gross mushroom. The witch cackled and disappeared into the darkness. I looked into your disgusting mushroom face and saw you still had eyes and a mouth. Even as a mushroom, you still had your usual dopey look. It made me really happy that you were still yourself. Weird dream, right?
Yep.
But it got me thinking, if you turned into a talking mushroom, what would you do with yourself?
I'd wait until you ate me. Only a matter of time until you get hungry. I don't know. It was a stupid dream, and I'm not a mushroom, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that is the wrong answer. I'd find a nice hot spring and have a nice soak until I become soup. Okay, well, this is clearly the correct answer.
That's just the kind of silly answer I was hoping for.
Hikari's affection has increased by 1.
You always know how to answer my random questions. Thanks, Boopaloop.
Probably because I share a brain cell with Hikari. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure I've had this conversation with my friend Phoenix when we lived together. Hikari and I both finished eating. It was a good breakfast, that's for sure, though I can't help but feel a little sleepy after packing my face full of food. Hikari must be feeling the same way because she begins to yawn. The little cherry blossom petal that was stuck in her hair flutters down and lands on her empty plate.
Oh, look! I'm so happy that the cherry blossoms are in season again. This is my favorite time of year. The trees look so pretty.
Hikari's face turns red and she blushes.
I'm glad we get to go to school together in the springtime. It's such a wonderful dream come true.
I return Hikari's smile and have to admit I feel the same way she does. It's really a nice time of year and the perfect season for a new beginning.
Oh, snap! We have to get going or we'll be late.
Well, here we go again. The mad rush to get to school on time, even though I woke up early this morning. If we're late today, at least I can place the blame on Hikari's absurd mushroom dream story. We grab all of our stuff and hastily make our way out the door. Standing next to the school gate is a familiar face from yesterday.
Oh, good morning.
I get the feeling she was waiting for us here, too nervous to venture into the school alone. Luckily, Hikari and I managed to get here just in time. Yui is holding a nicely decorated box in her hands. I assume it's a bento lunchbox.
I made some sweets for us to share today. Would you be interested in meeting up for lunch?
Hikari literally jumps with joy.
Sweets! I love sweets! Let's have lunch together.
I nod and smile. Thanks, Yui. That sounds like a good idea. Yui's face turns red, and she shyly lowers her head.
I'm glad. I look forward to it.
But
for now, we need to get to class. March! March!
We make our way to our first class. Damn. She's good looking. How do I want to voice her? Should I just do all the... Good morning. Good morning. No, that doesn't feel right. Good morning, new students. And they're just going to be the same voice for now until I can figure it out. Good morning, new students. Welcome to your first magical history class. My name is Zaline Arcane. I'll be your teacher for this class. It's my duty to ensure you pass your exams and move on to become second-year students. As I'm sure you can tell from my accent. Okay. As I'm sure you can tell from my accent. Well, we're going to give her an accent. It's not a correct one. I'm not originally from Japan. Why am I settling into this accent all the time? No, I was born in Brazil. Brazilian accents. I'll have to look up Brazilian accents after. Actually, give me a second. Brazilian accent.
Você gostaria de falar português como falante? Número 1, redução de palavras. E número 2, ligação de palavras.
O quê?
Diferente. Não existe sotaque certo.
Okay. Kind kinda sounds like French a little bit. As I'm sure you can tell from my accent, I'm not originally from Japan. Nope, that is incorrect. That is an incorrect voice. Oui, oui. Oh. Let's see if I can get the French. As I'm sure you can tell from my accent. Nope, it's not gonna stick. I'm not originally from Japan. No, I was born in Brazil, a country that many of you know is famous for its culture of magic and wonder. Indeed, many famous magical girls have emerged from Brazil over the years. It is safe to say that Brazil is second only to Japan in terms of amount of magical girls it produces. Magical girls, as I'm sure you know, have existed for centuries. Without them, the world will surely fall apart into disrepair. After all, it's the magical girls' duty to banish evils in all its forms. However, I'm not here to teach you about banishing evil. I'm here to teach you about the origins of magical girls. Now, before we study where we all came from, it might be good to examine where we are now. In today's world, evil is a rare thing to come across. Because of that, the average American girl spends the majority of her time contributing to society and engaging in combat. There are currently 3 jobs that are considered to be the most popular among magical girls. They are, in order of popularity, musical idol, doctor, and finally, teacher. You might be wondering why these 3 jobs are the most popular. Well, I think I can explain the reason behind that. Many magical girls pursue careers as musical idols. I'm sure you're all familiar with some famous idols on the music charts at the moment. Because of their abilities, magical girls are able to entertain like no other. Some idols use their powers to put on grandiose shows with fireworks and lights, while others put their skills to use to enhance their singing voice or produce music without instruments. Magical girls with supportive or healing abilities tend to lack careers as doctors. Their unique powers make patients feel better again in no time. It is a noble career choice and makes a positive impact on many people's lives. Lastly, becoming a teacher is a noble pursuit. Much like myself, we use our knowledge of the magical arts to help mold the youth of the future. During your time here at the academy, you'll likely ask yourself over and over again what you aim to do once you graduate. Picking any of the 3 professions that I talked about today is an excellent choice, but be aware, these jobs are in high demand and you'll have a lot of competition. Now, Azalene continues on with her lessons. I'm definitely fascinated by her words, but Hikary's pancake breakfast is taking its toll on me and making me very, very drowsy. I do my best to stay awake throughout the rest of the lesson. The bell rings for lunch. When we exit the classroom to head to lunch, I feel a gentle tug on my shoulder. I turn to look, and my eyes meet Yui's.
Hi.
Oh, hey, did you enjoy that class?
Yes, it was very interesting. I must have written 20 pages of notes.
20? 20 pages. How could you write so much in our first lesson?
I'm not sure. I think I just write quickly. How many pages of notes did you write?
1, maybe? Yui looks at me with disappointment. You know what? That's fair.
Well, if you need to look over my notes, you're more than welcome.
I smile and nod. Hikari is the last person to shuffle out of the classroom. She's mumbling something about wanting to become a musical idol and not a doctor. Hey, Hikari, you okay? She looks taken aback.
I'm fine. I was just chatting with the teacher about which career path I should take.
Alrighty, Already? It's the second day of class. You're already thinking about your career?
Well, of course. I can't just drift aimlessly. I need to have a goal. You should start thinking about your future too, Boobaloo.
Nah, I'm good. Yui giggles a little. Hikari looks frustrated, but I can tell she doesn't want to get into a heated argument in front of Yui. Hikari changes her demeanor completely when she sees the box of sweets Yui showed off this morning. She sidles up to Yui, a devious expression on her face.
Hey, Yui! Do you want to share some sweets with us?
I roll my eyes at Hikari's predictable behavior. To say she has a sweet tooth is an understatement. To Yui's credit, she just smiles and nods.
I brought these sweets for all of us, so I'm really looking forward to sharing with you both. Jackpot! Let's go find somewhere to eat.
Hikari dashes off, practically dragging Yui and I behind her. We rush at full speed through the academy's winding hallways until we reach the cafeteria. Hikari takes one look inside and sees it's jam-packed full of noisy students. Without missing a beat, she continues on, still dragging us behind her. We hit a stairwell and she jumps up 2 stairs at a time. I try to ask where we're going, but she ignores me completely because of course she does. After we bound up another couple of stairwells, Hikari throws a door open and we spill out onto the rooftop. It's completely silent up here. No other students in sight.
Perfect! This can be our lunch hangout.
It's not bad, I have to admit. There's a few places to sit, and the air is nice and fresh up here. There's a couple of birds perching on the ledge, minding their own birdness. One hoots at Hikari as Hikari sits a little too close. Whoa.
Now, Yui, what do you have for us?
She's salivating at the simple thought of sweets Yui brought.
Well,
Yui opens up the beautifully wrapped box she's been tucking underneath her arm. She removes the lid to reveal neatly organized selection of homemade treats. Hikari's eyes dazzle as she takes in the bounty before her. There are sweet rice cakes, red bean mochi balls, green tea flavored candies, chocolate drizzled chestnuts, and a few slices of fresh watermelon. Oh!
Yui, did you make all these? Especially the watermelon?
Made the watermelon.
Oh. Yes, well, except the watermelon, of course. Everything looks amazing. I can't believe it. I just have to try one of everything. I just have to.
Yui seems to take Hikari's greed as a compliment, and she smiles proudly. She offers the box to Hikari, officially giving her the go-ahead to jump in. I wait for Hikari to finish grabbing a few fistfuls of sweets before I selectively pick out the best-looking mochi balls and chocolate chestnuts. Thanks, Yui. Everything looks really good. Yui smiles again, possibly even more than she did for Hikari. I bite into a mochi ball and let the sweet red bean paste fill my mouth. The flavor is incredible. It's unlike anything I've tasted before. Yui must have a real knack for making sweets. This is amazing, Yui. Thank you for sharing with us.
Oh, I'm more than happy to share. You two are my newest friends, so I'm glad I can make something you both like.
I chomp on a few chestnuts and take a look over at Hikari. She has chocolate all over her face and watermelon juice dripping from the tip of her nose. I just shake my head and continue to enjoy the treats. Yui doesn't seem to be eating anything. She's just smiling and watching me enjoy myself. Awkward. At first, it seemed weird, and she didn't want to eat anything. But when I really think about it, she probably taste tests most of the stuff and gets sick of it easily. I don't give it any more thought. She drugged us. I knew it. When the box of sweets is completely empty, I let out a sigh of satisfaction and take a seat on an old milk crate. Thanks so much, Yui. I really enjoyed the sweets.
You're very welcome, Boopaloop.
I nudge Hikari to encourage her to thank Yui, but she seems to be in a food coma and is fast asleep. There's still a lot of chocolate on her face. Sorry about Hikari. She can be a bit herself.
Oh, it's not a bother. I can tell she liked the food, so for me, that's the best thanks I can get.
Where did you learn to make stuff like that?
Huh? I don't know, to be honest. I guess I just read a lot and picked up things here and there. No one ever really showed me how to make sweets.
Interesting. Well, I look forward to having some more next time.
Yes, of course.
I'm allergic to cherry blossom, I guess.
So, Boopaloop, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Or a girlfriend?
I'm shocked by Yui's sudden forwardness. I can't believe the shy girl just asked me that. I can, actually. I did see her panties. Just straight up asked me if I'm seeing anybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. You don't have to answer me. I was just trying to make conversation.
No, it's okay. No need to be sorry. The truth is, I don't have either. I'm single right now.
Oh, is that so? Then, what do you look for in a person?
Oh boy. I know the correct answer, but she's not going to like the answer I pick. But these games are all about being yourself and having the game tell you what a horrible person you are. So, what do I choose? Because girls that are comfortable with themselves are great. But also, like, tall, fit girls are also great. I happen to be the consistency of a panda, so I really appreciate people with muscle.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you for telling me. Just so you know, I'm single too, and I thought it would be nice to find a partner during my time at the academy. It's pretty much my goal too. I want to have a girlfriend by New Year's Eve. It's my ultimate dream.
Yui grins widely.
A partner by New Year's Eve. That's a good dream. Maybe I'll make it a goal too.
Oh, that was me. I guess I'll make it my goal too. Yui seems to be kind of into me. I wonder if I'm reading the situation right. You are. Though I can't really make a move with Hikari pretending to be asleep right next to us. And it would probably be a good idea to get to know Yui better before I ask her to be my girlfriend. No. I'll give it some time, at the very least. She seems to like me a lot. That's a great start. Yui and I are smiling broadly at each other when we hear the bell resound throughout the school.
Oh, it looks like our lunch break is over.
Well, we better get back to our next class. I shake Hikari and she awakens abruptly.
Ah, what's happening?
Wake up, sleepyhead. We need to go to our next class.
Oh no, but I haven't had a proper lunch yet. I've only eaten sweets.
Well, you should have thought of that before you devoured your weight in chocolate. Yui and I laugh at Hikari's chocolate-faced expression. We all head downstairs on our way to the next class. Finally home. The rest of the day went by pretty quickly. I ended up taking Yui's advice and started writing more notes during our other classes. Now I have a good 2 to 3 written pages. Once school wrapped up for the day, I said goodbye to Hikari and Yui and returned home. I'm feeling pretty exhausted. I guess that's what 2 days of classes will do to you when you're not used to studying. I suppose I'll get some dinner and have an early night. After all, it's only Wednesday tomorrow. I have to get through the rest of the school week before I can relax. Hooray! And because... Oh, this is actually a perfect time to save and stop because I've got to go take my mom her wallet and her license. So I believe we can pick up right here tomorrow to continue our delightful romp into dating magical girls. Save. Right there. Perfect. Alrighty. So thank you guys all for watching. I'll get my icon back up. I don't know why it's down, but it is. So, and I will see you tomorrow for more kawaii fun and good times. Alrighty, everybody, thank you for coming. I love you. Mwah. Bye.